Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm looking at The Walking Dead Surrounded. I'm going to do a full playthrough and then give a review of the game. This is from Buttonshine, disclaimer that I got a review copy of the game. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our podcast for reviews and design discussions, or come and say hi and join the conversation on our Discord. So like most Button-Shy games, Walking Dead Surrounded uses a deck of 18 cards. They did send me one expansion. What's it called? It's like Under Siege, I think. Yeah, Under Siege. Wasn't that a Steven Seagal movie? Anyway, it's 6 extra cards with mercenaries and stuff that are pretty cool, but I'm not going to use that in this playthrough, although I will say I have enjoyed the expansion so far. So basically, this is a game of putting out cards and trying to align them to score the most points possible. And how it works is every card has a location side and an occupant side, and the occupant cards create little quadrants with locations. So each location will score based on any occupants adjacent to it, and then some cards have occupants pictured on them as well. And let's go over the scoring first. I think that'll kind of clarify how the game goes. So for each location at the end of the game, you first have the humans and the walkers battle. Every X is a walker, and every human will be either in the base game one of these little stars, which is a leader, or one of these icons, which is just a survivor. And they kill each other on a one-for-one basis. So like here on the playground, this human would kill that walker, they're both gone. Or here on the hilltop, this leader and this survivor would be killed by these 3 walkers, leaving 1 walker left alive. It's kind of like all of them are gone. And after you've done the battle, for each walker left alive, you get -1 point. For each survivor left alive, you get +1 point. And for each leader left alive, you get 1 point for themselves, and then you get another point for every survivor. So they basically multiply the survivor bonus by 2. Locations will also often have icons in the upper right, and that only applies if the location is surrounded by occupant cards. So here, I would get that knife. These are always worth 1 victory point unless they have a number, in which case they're worth more. This is worth 2, this is worth 3. But then additionally, some scenarios will give you extra requirements, like you must have this many weapons or something like that. Now, how the actual gameplay goes, you start with a random location, then you flip up the next card and spawn on that location. And how that works is you look at the next card, you flip it to its occupant side, and you have to put it with a red matching the location you just placed. So if it was this card, it would have to go there. And sometimes it'll have 2, and then you can pick which one you want to place it on. And from there, you're ready to go. You can always see what the top card is, but only the location side, not the occupant side. And on your turn, you have to explore or occupy. So let's actually do occupying first. It's more basic. You flip over a card, and you can put it adjacent in any orientation you like to at least 1 location on the map. There you go, that's it. Pretty simple. And if the card you place has a character with an ability name, and you place that next to a location, so this person like just arrived at the hilltop, then you would get to resolve that ability. The other option is to explore, which means you take the top location card, and you can put it next to any like occupant card, because everything has to be in a checkerboard fashion, occupant, location, and everything has to be connected to everything else at all times. Whenever you explore and place a new location, you take the next card, and you spawn just like in the beginning of the game. So like here, I would have to put it here because it has to be next to the gas station. Now the exception to that is, here we go, if you flip a occupant card for the newly explored location that you can't place a zombie next to, so like here, this 1 walker on the card can't fit on any of the open sides, then you are free to place this card anywhere that it can be placed. So like I could put it here to boost both these locations. And again, just like occupying, if the new card that you spawn has a character with an ability that goes next to a location, you get to resolve it. But importantly, if you already have a character with an ability on the board, you don't get to resolve that ability if you just place a location next to them. It always has to be someone that's like just been revealed and placed. And a few other quick restrictions. If the top card of the deck has a walker on it, then you have to explore that turn. You cannot avoid the walker by occupying. And similarly, if you get down to the final card of the deck, which means you wouldn't be able to spawn after exploring, then you have to occupy with that. You can't explore with the last card, because again, you wouldn't be able to draw another occupant card to place next to it. And you score after all the cards are placed out. Now to quickly go through the abilities you might get in the base game, look means you get to look at the top or bottom card of the deck. You can look at both sides, the location and the occupant, and then you put it back wherever it was. Move means you get to pick 1 location and take a occupant card next to it and move it to a different spot, still next to the same location. And this has nothing to do with where you actually spawned this card. You can move any occupant card on the board. And burn lets you get rid of a location or occupant card on the board, and you can put it on the top or bottom of the deck. You still have to place it eventually, but you might be able to place it in a better place or in a more useful way. And the basic way to quote-unquote win is just to compare your score to this chart. So you're trying to get, I guess, 21 points or more for the best result. But you can optionally add on a scenario, and this is fun. They are keyed to the numbers on the location. So like if I randomly started with the city park, I would go to the number 8 scenario, and then you can play standard, hard, or expert level, which will give you extra requirements to resolve. And you can kind of just like see if you can complete the scenario, especially on expert mode. That's often enough. But additionally, they said you can count your score at the same time. So it's like, oh, did you beat expert and also get a 21 plus? Then you're pretty awesome. And again, a lot of scenarios will ask you about like the number of items, resources you have, and to get those, you need to have the entire thing surrounded. It doesn't matter if like walkers beat the humans there or not. Just matters if there's cards around all the sides. And the final thing I didn't say that we're ready to go, leaders don't like each other. So after the zombies and the humans all kill each other at a location, if there's more than one leader left alive, they will kill each other in a power struggle. But you can freely decide who gets hit by zombies. So like if this country road had one zombie, 2 leaders, and a survivor, I could say the zombie kills one of the leaders, and that way the other leader would be free to score with the survivor. All right, so with all the rules out of the way, let's get into an actual scenario. I'm going to try a hard scenario and also see if I can get close to 21 points. So we'll just go to our first one. We're in the police station. So this has a survivor for free. Any normal survivor on the right edge will become a walker, so it's harder to get this one to have bonuses. And if I surround it, I'll get 1 point and a knife. And the scenario is armed and dangerous. Anyone who can carry a weapon better grab one. So for hard, I have to surround 2 weapon locations, one with knives, like the police station itself, and those locations must not be overrun. Overrun means that there were more zombies than humans. So this isn't too bad. If I can surround the police station with not too many people, then I should be okay. Now, here we go. This is a great way to start. I have to spawn a zombie here, but nothing says I can't put it on the cruddy side that I didn't want to use anyway. And all right, we go from there. So on top, we've got the survivor camp. If there are no leaders placed here, promote a survivor to a leader. But I think I might want to occupy first, so let's flip this. And, let's get a leader at the police station. And I've also created a nice little junction here for a new location that will get 2 people on it immediately. Okay, next is downtown. Walkers here are doubled, so each X icon counts as 2 X icons, but it's worth plus 2 points if I surround it. So I think I want to place that here, and maybe I'll get lucky and not have to place a walker adjacent to it. Okay, and then we spawn, and yeah, that worked out great. So I cannot place a walker next to the downtown, so I can place this card anywhere. All right, so where do I want this to go? So I could use look, which is not really that useful of an ability, but it can sometimes be good. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? Okay, so I can look at the back of Playground, although that's a plus 3 if I surround it. What's the negative? Leaders lose their leadership here and become survivors. It's not too big of a deal. So maybe I'll just look at the bottom card. So Hilltop's on the bottom, which has a leader inherently, but any human on the top edge becomes a walker. And it's got a really, really bad left spawn. So hey, let's try to remember that for the end of the game. Really bad left spawn for the final card. Okay, what do I want to do with Playground? I do want to play that one, and I guess this would be the best spot to play it in. And then I'm going to spawn, and yeesh, that's not great. So that's 3 walkers already. But remember, I get the plus 3 points even if I just put somebody here and the walkers eventually kill me, so that's not a big deal. Now, this is important. First of all, this is a zombie card, so I have to place it, but it's also another weapon. So, and what is this? Minus 1 point if this location is overrun, which means there are, again, more zombies than humans. I guess this is the best spot for that, but I'm almost certainly going to have to... Oh, whoa, that was lucky. Whoa, that was lucky. I can't fit. Let's zoom out a bit. All right, so here's my 2 weapon locations, and they're looking pretty good, and I think that is the play, right? That's a great placement for that card. Although, wait, it's 2 leaders, but yeah, I can have the walker kill one of them, so that's fine. Oh, and I got another look, so I guess I can see gas station has a zombie on the bottom. Interesting. Yeah, I think I'll probably occupy then. All right, so what do I need to do here? I want to surround the playground for a ton of points. I want to surround the hideout and finish surrounding the police station to get my objective taken care of, and then just score, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and occupy with this one. And I could do a move. Is there anything really good to move here? Oh, yes, indeed there is. I can save the friggin' playground from double zombie death over here. So yeah, I'll place the move there to start surrounding the hideout. And I'll put her here as a leader to make the playground a little better. Should I just occupy some more? So I like to occupy when I have options. So I have a place above, a place to the left, and a place to the right, but nowhere I could place down. But yeah, I mean, this seems like a pretty good time. There's another weapon card, which I don't really need with the current scenario. Okay, I could go here would probably be best. Remember, I can let the one zombie kill one of the 2 leaders. And then I've got a nice, juicy 2 spot with 2 people next to it already there that I can place onto. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for it. And so should I put the highway there or should I spawn again? Let's go ahead and put the highway here. And then, oh, that was good. I flipped a card that would have been an automatic zombie placement, but I can fit a zombie here. Gosh, got to zoom out again. I've accidentally made my map too vertical. All right, so what do I still need? I only have a few cards left. I got to get that. I got to get that. I really want to get that. And then it's just make things good. Okay, so I got the country road, but there's nowhere great to place it right now. I mean, that's like at least even. I guess that would be +1. So I have a left spot, a right spot, a right spot. So I'm actually very limited in where stuff can go right now, which maybe means I should place. Okay, yeah, okay. Let's go here with the country road, and I guess neither of these is. Well, if I put it there, I don't want to ever put a location there. Okay, let's go here with it. Okay, and the suburbs have a person on them, but I think I just need to play so I don't run out of things. So I'm gonna occupy. Oh. That's not the play. I could go here and burn one. Seems like probably a good idea. So burn, remember, means you take the card off and it goes on the top or bottom, like maybe this country road one. Give myself some more flexibility in where I eventually place it. So sure, let's take that and put it on top. It's a city park, and I'll go and occupy with it. Boom. And then I'll occupy with this one. Ooh, where was the bad zombie? I think it was a double on the left, right? I think that's where it was. So I need this and then this. So if it's double on the left, it shouldn't matter. Oh, that's going to make the country road worse, though. So let's go here. And then I can do a move. Is there anywhere I want to move an occupant card? I mean, I can't do it for any of these because they're already full. That card's already great. This card is as good as it's going to be. That card's not ideal. Ooh, so actually, what if I did that? That's better, right? I think that's better. And then this one, boop, yep, we were right. That was actually really good that I looked there to see that there was a double zombie on the left. All right, we'll get to the scoring in a second, but let's check our objectives. Surround 2 weapon locations, and those locations must not be overrun. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 people and only 1 zombie. They're definitely not going to get overrun. And then the hideout has, wow, I did really good. This is going to be a solid scoring game right here, y'all. Okay, so let's score some locations, and I'll zoom in a bit to help with this and add up our score. Okay, so country road, we have no zombies in the battle. So we get 1 point for the leader, and then 1 point for the survivor, and then the leader doubles that survivor. So we get 3 points overall. We do not get a point for this medicine because we didn't surround all the spaces. So that's a 3. Over here, what have we got? We've got 3 survivors and 1 walker. So the walker, each one of them, and we've just got 2 points for the highway. Coming down to the police station, Walker's going to eat one of these people. So we've got a leader, 1 point, doubling these survivors, 5 points, and a knife, 6 points. Heck yeah. Then coming to downtown, we have 0 walkers. Man, I wish I'd gotten a leader here. Oh, that would have been good. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 2 for surrounding it. Another 6. Heck yes. Okay, now we've got the playground. Oh, this is like the best scoring location possible. Look at this. I've got 1 for the leader. 3, 5, 7, since they doubled all the survivors, plus 3 for surrounding it. Oh, leaders lose their leadership here and become survivors. Urgh! Stop playing on the swings and lead people. So, never mind. Not as good as I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 7, or sorry, plus 3 is 7. And finally, the hideout. Minus 1 point if this location is overrun. That does not apply. We'll have them kill one of the leaders. So we have 1 leader left. So 1, 3, 5, plus 1 for the knife, 6. And I ran out of little d6s, so we'll just imagine it's there. So that gives me a score of 6, 13, 19, 25, 27, 30. Whoa! I think that's the highest score I've gotten, y'all. And I definitely blew that thing out of the water. What I've needed to get the expert scenario. Surround 2 weapon locations. Each of these locations must have at least 1 leader and 1 survivor. I think I had that, right? Leader, yeah. And leader, yeah, wow. So I actually would have won on expert way over 20. Now, I will say, with Under Siege, where they add 6 cards and these cool mercenaries and things, where is it? There they go. They up the victory point value to 41 plus for 6 cards. I've still never gotten that. My like most beautiful, perfect play only got 39. So yeah, the base game maybe is a little too low in its expected scoring potential, but certainly with Under Siege, that quickly disabuses you of any notions that you might be the best of the game ever. All right, so how do I feel about The Walking Dead Surrounded? Overall, very positive. I got to say, I've played this one. It's very quick, like most Button Shy games, but I've played it, I don't know, 10, 15 times in the last week. I brought it to work for a while. Like, kids were taking a standardized test and I was just killing zombies over in my corner. So I've had a lot of fun with this. The core choice of where to place things and how to place things is fine. You know, it's quick, it's interesting. It's not the most tactical game. Like, it sort of reminds me of a much simpler Sprawlopolis kind of game, right? Because you're like really caring about where you place things and how they're interacting, but it's way, way more straightforward than something like Sprawlopolis. But it doesn't mean it isn't fun. It can be pretty random, I will say. Like, sometimes things just come out in the wrong way. Sometimes the spawns are just not in your favor. And yes, abilities can help, but sometimes the abilities don't come out in the way you want. So certainly, like, I'll have games where I just felt like nothing went my way and my score is terrible, or games like this one where they just kind of work out perfectly. But the entire thing takes maybe 5 minutes to play, maybe 10 if you're really slow. So I think it doesn't really bother me that it's pretty random sometimes. Now, I will say I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead. I have read a lot of the Kirkman comics, and is the theme here? I mean, sort of. I kind of recognize characters, like that's Abraham, right? I think that's Abraham. I haven't read the comics in a while. And like, I think Michonne's in here somewhere. I'm sure Rick isn't that? Oh, is that guy? Is that Ezekiel, maybe? No, or is that Morgan? I don't know. Clearly, the theme is present vaguely. You know, don't come in here thinking you're going to get like a wildly thematic Walking Dead adventure. But yeah, the dual choice of exploring or occupying, the way the map builds out, how simple it is to play, how quick it is to play, how quick it is to score, and the bonus of scenarios to like kind of change up what you're doing for each of the 18 locations, which I very much appreciate. I think it is all great. So if you like a quick, fun little filler game like this, I think Walking Dead Surrounded might be worth your time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good gaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.